Hi everyone, welcome back to Edu Remote. We are back with yet another lesson video, and in this video we are going to talk about the law of demand. In order to understand the law, we have to first understand the assumptions behind the law. The main two assumptions are rational behavior and ceteris paribus. Rational behavior means that the consumer must have the willingness to maximize his or her utility. Utility is basically the usefulness or benefit of purchasing a good or service. Ceteris paribus is a Latin phrase which means all other things remaining constant. It is essential to isolate the relationship between price and quantity demanded from the influence of other determinants of demand in order to understand just the impact of price on quantity demanded. Thus, these two assumptions are essential. Thus, ceteris paribus in law of demand means that in the demand function, we will consider only the impact of price on quantity demanded. All other determinants of demand will remain as constant. Thus, all other determinants of demand remaining constant is the concept of ceteris paribus. And we are only understanding the impact of price on quantity demand. Now, we will understand the law of demand. Law of demand states that other things remaining constant, which is ceteris paribus, if the price of a commodity falls, then the quantity demanded of that commodity rises, and if the price of a commodity rises, then the quantity demanded of that commodity falls. Thus, there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. It is very basic and valid in our practical lives. Consider this example. Suppose you are a consumer and you have gone to the shop to buy pens for your final exam. Now the shopkeeper has quoted a price of ₹15 per pens. You might be interested in buying just one pen or maybe two, considering that the price is high. However, if the shopkeeper quotes a price of ₹5 per pen, you might be actually buying 4 pens or maybe 6 pens, considering that the price is low. Thus, the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded is seen in our daily lives. Now, we will understand the law of demand diagrammatically. In order to understand the diagram of our law of demand, we have to understand what is measured on y-axis and what is measured on the x-axis. On the y-axis, we measure the price of the commodity. So, on the y-axis, we measure the price, and in the x-axis, we measure the quantity demanded of the commodity. Now, in order to understand the inverse relationship between price and quantity, consider the example which I just gave you. Initially, when the price of pens were ₹15 per pen, so we will consider ₹15 somewhere over here. We had said the consumer would buy either one pen or 2 pens. Because we measured only the quantity demanded at a specific price point, we will take the quantity as 2. So, quantity demanded of pens is 2. If you take it graphically, so it's here. Now, if the price of pens is reduced to 5 per pen, then the consumer will demand 4 pens or 6 pens. So, we will consider 6. So, as you can already see that with the fall in price, the quantity demanded has increased. So, we are getting the inverse relationship, and this is how the demand curve looks like, which shows the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. So this is the law of demand. That's about all for this video. Do let us know your experience in the comment section. If you have any questions, put it in the comments and we will get back to you. Subscribe to our channel, follow us, like and share, and stay tuned for the next video.